Welcome back. A few months ago, we featured a local group whose mission is to protect and restore the Tampa Bay estuary through scientific and educational programs. Well, now that same group is being even more environmentally friendly by going solar. Peter Clark and Megan Burford join us now with more. Thank you for being here.
Our pleasure, Jen. Thank you.
Peter is president of Tampa Bay Watch and founder of Tampa Bay Watch. How did the solar program get started?
You know, we're a group of environmentalists and educators that are working on Tampa Bay, but we also want to look at other opportunities to protect the Bay and our local community wherever we can. So we've done things like floated one of the very first compressed natural gas boats on the Bay. We drive a Prius whenever we can. And it was only natural that we looked at solar energy to help compensate our electrical consumption and help to reduce our carbon footprint in the community.
After all, this is Florida and we've got lots of sun.
The Sunshine State, that's exactly right.
So there was a grant involved?
Yes, we've been looking at it for 5 or 6 years, and literally the price for solar has come down about 75% in that 5-year time.
Wow.
So in this case, procrastination finally paid off. We've been able to work with Duke Energy, and they're providing a grant to offset about 2/3 of the cost of the solar project.
Wow.
And right now we're at we've just started a 55 kilowatt solar system on 3 different roofs at the Tampa Bay Watch program.
Okay. And about how many panels do you have up there?
That's 203 panels altogether, and the amount of electricity that it generates really almost offsets all of our electrical consumption there at the Tampa Bay Watch Marine Center. So it's very impressive. Well, and I think you can see a photo of the Marine Center with some of the rooftops so that you can see the solar panels. One building in particular was designed to face the south so that we could install that solid solar panel center on that whole rooftop of the building. And we also have the opportunity to look at and track the electricity that it generates on a website so that you can see the difference between a normal sunny day out there. And then you can also go and see when the last Thursday when the clouds were rolling in, how much less electricity that we were able to generate at the Tampa Bay Watch facility because of that.
Wow.
So it's a really interesting process, and as a group of marine biologists, we're very proud to be able to accomplish this project to help reduce our carbon footprint and also reduce our electrical and facility charges that we have out there.
And it's great for the kids too. You have a lot of kids there for summer camps. We'll talk about that in a second, but you're showing the kids, look what we're doing. Here's the energy we're saving, and you're practicing what you preach.
And one of the 203 panels we've actually mounted on the ground, and we're building an education station down there.
Okay.
So that the kids and community members that visit the Marine Center can literally see what a solar panel looks like. And since they can't climb up on the roofs to see the system themselves, they can actually see why we're doing the project, the number of trees that we're protecting, the number of vehicles that we're taking off the road because of the electricity that we're generating through solar power as opposed to power plants and things like that.
Gosh, that is great.
It's a great educational experience.
That's fantastic. And folks who are watching, if they wanted to be a sponsor of a panel, you're selling those as well?
Yes, we have an Adopt the Panel program so that people can adopt a panel for $500 on Tampa Bay Watch, and we actually know which panel that they are adopting. They'll be able to see the amount of electricity that that panel is providing as well, and they get to name it too.
What a
so
great
it's kind of a fun
investment.
project, and it helps to offset our hard costs for the program too.
That's great. All right, let's talk about summer camps. The kids I know are excited about that. Tell us about the Sea Monkey program.
So our Sea Monkeys is for our 6 to 8-year-old campers. So it's our younger children, and we do 2 weeks of half-day camp this year, as well as 2 weeks of a full-day camp. So our half-day camp runs from 9 to 11:30. Our full day is from 9 to 4 p.m. And we do a lot of fun hands-on activities. We do seining, where we pull a net and run it through the seagrass and actually have the kids go with their hands through the water, through the net, to see all the marine organisms right there in the bay, right off of our facility.
And those little ones are almost just as important as some of the big ones we have in our
Absolutely.
estuaries.
And right off the coast, we have our salt marsh, and that functions as a really great nursery habitat. So we get to see all the juvenile species that do inhabit the bay, but right there on our shorelines.
That's great. And for some of these kids who've never even been in the water before, I can only imagine the joy they're gaining, let alone the knowledge and education they're gaining just by having fun at summer camp and physically touching these organisms.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. And for the older kids, what's that program?
The older program is for our 9 to 14-year-old campers, and that's our Discovery Camp. And we have 5 weeks of Discovery Camp. It's always a full day, so it's 9 to 4 p.m. And the main difference between the Sea Monkeys and the Discovery Camp is that we do kayaking with the Discovery campers, since they're a little older. So we have an island right off of our facility where we have a little mangrove tunnel. We kind of kayak through the mangroves, and we can actually see the mangrove habitats and look at the different mangrove trees, and it's a really great experience for them.
That is great. So let's say the kids, maybe they don't make it to the summer camps this summer. For teachers who are watching now, you have a great program to get the kids involved this fall. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we actually organize about 300 field trips a year with the different school districts around Tampa Bay. And we're about ready to wrap up our spring session, and we're encouraging teachers to sign up for field trip opportunities next to fall so that we can kind of get them lined up as we go through summertime.
Okay.
And a lot of our field trips are covered financially by grants for schools that may not be financially capable of supporting the field trip programs. So no matter what the school is, they should check out our website at tampabaywatch.org so they can find out these different opportunities to come out and participate in the daily field trips that we do during the school season.
And gets those kids out. And again, for those kids who've never, set foot in the water of Tampa Bay, or maybe they have, but they just don't know what's out there or how they can get involved, that's a great program to get them out of the classroom and get some hands-on education.
And it's amazing how many kids maybe live only 15 or 20 minutes down the road that have never been to the beach before or have never been on a boat. So this is a great opportunity for them to go out with Megan and Jamie on a classroom boat and see firsthand the conditions and the environments that are out there that we take for granted all the time out in the Tampa Bay estuary.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad we did this little follow-up with Tampa Bay Watch. It's good to see you guys promoting and practicing what you preach here environmentally and helping educate these children. I think that's wonderful. We'll do a follow-up maybe this fall and talk about some of the programs that you're doing there and go with some of these kids on these field trips. It sounds like fun.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. You're welcome. When we come back, we'll find out if a Pasco County Sheriff's Office safety program is working. We'll also meet 2 medalists from the 2014 World Championships. Stay with us.